Hello and welcome to my first of probably many review videos. I am your host Berg, and with the upcoming Germany rework in Hearts of Iron 4, I decided I wanted to take a look and review the current Germany focus tree. First, however, I want to say that what I will say about the focus tree is my own thoughts and are subjective. I am not claiming everything I will say about it is objective. Got it? Great. Let's start from the left of the tree and then we'll finish on the right. So all the way on the left we have the economic tree. While it's not massive, I don't think that's a problem. In fact, I actually think this is quite powerful. You get 12 free civilian factories with 2 separate focuses, maximum infrastructure in 4 states with another focus, and then you have the choice between 2 powerful military focuses. One of them gives you war economy and 6 military factories for free, which, while powerful, the other focus is much more superior, as when you have Hungary and Romania in your faction, you can demand them becoming your puppet while giving you 8 military factories in total if they accept, and 4 military factories to both of them. This I think is vastly superior because I cannot remember the last time Hungary and Romania rejected the demands, plus you can get a lot more factories thanks to them becoming your puppets. These 2 focuses will also lead you to the Reichskommissariats, which, while not as powerful, at least it allows you to not have to garrison some land you have conquered, although getting Ostland and Ukraine while still at war with the USSR is a really bad idea, as it'll let the Soviets survive longer, since when you create Ostland and Ukraine, USSR will lose all the VPs from the territories needed for Ostland and Ukraine. And now we get to the other not so powerful focuses. The research slot is of course still pretty good, and the synthetic refinery with its expansion is alright, considering you won't be able to get much rubber while at war with the Allies. And then we have the wall focuses. These are completely useless, in my opinion. They are too long to be worth the bunkers that you won't even really need. Unless you were planning to fight a defensive war as Germany, which I don't know why you ever would do. Sorry for the quick intermission, but if you're enjoying this video so far, please consider subscribing, as it will mean you get to see more videos like these, and I would appreciate it. Thank you for consideration. Back to the video. Now let's get to the 2 army focuses of air and land. I don't have anything special to say about these, they're alright and overall not too bad. You do need to go down the first 2 land army focuses so you can follow the historical route anyway, and these 2 focuses are good enough in my opinion. It doesn't feel like they're wasting your time too much. But anyway, as I said, these trees aren't anything exactly special, they give generic buffs. I don't usually take them unless I'm following the historical route I mentioned before. But they're still definitely worth more than the bunker focuses. Moving on to the meat and potatoes of the focus tree, the historical path. While a tad bit lackluster at times, I think it is an enjoyable path. I do have to say that it is a bit weird not having the Reichskommissariat focus here instead of the economy tree, but maybe they'll change that in the upcoming DLC. I haven't seen the tree yet. Otherwise I think this is pretty alright. Although I am not sure if we had to have a path for annexing Yugoslavia like this. I suppose it gives variety when you finish the war with the Allies, as I can't think of a time when I tried this before going to war with the Allies and actually had this succeed, but I suppose that might have never been the intention. Although I will say the focuses are a bit too long, even 35 days focuses would be better for some of these, but it is pretty outdated in terms of focus trees. So thankfully we are getting that new one soon. And now the last 3 paths that I will group together, Navy, Monarchist and Democratic paths. I almost never do the Navy path, as you don't need to focus on Navy that much as Germany, but I suppose it is there, and it does actually have shorter focuses, which is nice, I suppose, if you want to roleplay as Naval Germany. But moving on to the Alphist paths, the Monarchist one and the Democratic one. I'll start with the Democratic one. It is pretty powerful, I'd say. You get to have 6 research slots, the only other nation other than the US that can get 6 research slots, and you get to make a grand alliance of almost the entirety of Europe to then fight the Soviet Union. I don't play this path much, but it is pretty powerful and nice if you want to roleplay as nice Germany and go against communism. Then we have the monarchist path, which is both alright and may at the same time. It's not weak. You get to influence the ex-Austro-Hungarian countries to reform Austria-Hungary, and you get to turn Italy into a monarchist Italy to get them into the Central Powers. As long as Mussolini is in power. Which is where some of the problems come into play. If you're playing on historical, these won't be an issue, but as I mentioned, you can only turn Italy monarchist if Mussolini is in charge, which is not guaranteed on non-historical, and it is not guaranteed that they will go monarchist on non-historical anyway, not that you might get them into the Central Powers anyway. And then there's the focus to get war goals and claims on the UK, France and their colonies. While this focus doesn't have any flaws in many of the runs, especially if you're playing historical, you can still get locked out of it if you're taking way too much of your sweet time, as the focus has the requirement that the UK does not complete the focus decolonization. As I said, usually it isn't a problem, however if you're playing on non-historical, and Britain is going communist, you are on a time limit before you are just unable to attack anyone. But other than this, an alright path. So, this should have covered just about the entire focus tree. This may not have been a long video, but I did cover just about everything I wanted to. If I had to rate the focus tree, I would give it a 3.6, it's not great, but not terrible. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I was your host Berg, and I will see you in the next video.